Hello everybody and welcome to a new vlog. I'm here because I'm starting Reminders of Him. It is 8:30 on Tuesday night and I decided to start this and I just painted my nails. I know this is not the conventional start to my vlogs, but it's been quite a day. We got a phone call at 6:30 this morning. 6:20 this morning. I was eating breakfast. I leave my house at 6:30 that we were having a virtual day. All teachers still had to report to school, but we did not have enough bus drivers, so it was going to be a virtual day and we had not planned what that would look like yet. We had like talked about it, but we never figured that out. So it was a bit of a hectic day today and I got home. I actually then had a staff meeting after school and then an hour-long training after that. So I got home at like 5 today and then I had to finish up a vlog that I'm posting tomorrow, which is reading my subscribers' favorite books of 2021, and that was actually a lot of fun to film. So that's already up if you're interested. But then I had to edit that entire vlog and it's 40 minutes long. So now it's finally 8:30 and I'm ready to just sit and read this and not worry about anything. It is Colleen Hoover's newest book. I'm so excited. All I know is that she's been in jail and she had a baby while she was in jail and now she's back out of jail. And I think that the characters just met. I'm like literally 5 pages into this book. I'm 12 pages into this book. So it's Colleen Hoover. It's with Montlake, so it is a traditionally published romance. So I am nervous, but I'm excited. I think I've been liking her traditionally published romances better than her indie romances, because her last indie was Heartbones, which I didn't love. I love Colleen Hoover. She's one of my favorite authors of all time. I've been reading her since 2012, 2011. Like, she only had a couple books, maybe only Slammed when I first picked her up. I've been reading her for almost a decade. I love her books. I read every single new release she has. I remember when It Ends With Us came out and I got to read an arc, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. I'm so thankful to Montlake for sending me an early copy. This does come out I think on Tuesday and I'm reading this on the 11th. So I just really want to read and escape into my Colleen Hoover. I'm thinking it might be emotional. I don't know where this is going to go. So Colleen has such unique books and her first lines are always just so iconic and amazing, and this one's no different. I feel like they all have to do with like death, and that's what this one does too. So we'll see where this book takes me. I'm gonna update you guys as I read, and we actually are doing online learning days for the rest of the week, which was just announced today. So I'm just gonna come home and want to read because it's gonna be a new learning curve, and I don't love virtual learning because my students don't learn that well virtually. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes, but I am gonna read my Colleen Hoover book and I'm hoping to finish it in just a couple days. So I'm gonna read a lot tonight and I will talk to you guys when I have something to share. Okay, moved upstairs. I'm only 25 pages in now, but I feel like every Colleen Hoover, at least kind of recently, has like this we see each other and we're instantly captivated by each other and we need to know more about each other trope. Like, I feel like that's in so many of her books, because Heartbones had that, and Without Merit I feel like I think had that. Well, kind of, because it was like her sister's boyfriend. I don't remember. Without Merit's not my favorite. And It Ends With Us has that, and November 9 has. It's just like they are like instantly captivated by each other and they're just like consumed by one another, and I'm like, you literally just looked at each other. So it's interesting that that's in this too. So I don't know what kind of vibes I'm getting from this, and I'm nervous of where this is gonna go, because it does not feel like It Ends With Us or Ugly Love. It just feels like more like Heartbones vibes. I don't know. I just said I didn't love Heartbones, but we'll see. Like, so far the vibes, I'm like, okay, this is fine, but I'm like, I don't know if this is a new favorite. I'm only 23 pages in. I know I'm judging this harshly, but it's a new Colleen Hoover book and my emotions are all over the place right now. So I will read some more and I will let you guys know what I think. Alright, last update for the night. I'm 53 pages in. I forgot Colleen likes weird names, so we have Ledger is the love interest. I can't say I've met someone named Ledger before, but it's good so far. I'm concerned though, because I think I knew going in he was connected to her daughter somehow. I don't know how long she's gonna keep a secret about who she is, and I don't want it to be a third act breakup because I hate plot points like that. I don't think Colleen normally follows like conventional plot structures though like that. She typically does have some kind of twist, and this we already know that Kenna is the mom of this child and that Ledger is connected somehow. I won't say how, but Ledger's connected somehow, so we know that. I don't know if there's gonna be like some crazy twist like a lot of her books have, like Ugly Love, November 9. and Confess does, but they definitely have this bond, Kenna and Ledger do. Like, they met each other. Ledger can't stop thinking about her. They're obviously going to be connected somehow. I'm interested to see how she goes on with things in this book, because she does have a record, and I won't say what put her in jail, but she does have a record, and we are slowly unraveling things from the past though through things in here, so that's interesting. So we're going to learn more about like what got her in jail and like how things went down. So I'm enjoying those like past snippets, and I'm interested to see how she's gonna reconnect with her daughter, because I'm assuming that's the end game here. She wants to get back together with her daughter. I think her daughter's like 4, because she said she was in jail for 5 years. So interesting premise. I'm more interested in the people than the romance right now, because I'm worried about the conflict of the romance is going to be that who she really is. But we shall see, because she knows who he is now, so she's the one holding the secret. But I'm going to go wash my face, get in bed, read some more, and I will update you guys tomorrow when I've read probably a good chunk of this. Hello, it is Tuesday. I read 200 pages of this book. It is another day of online learning. I got all my work done. I posted everything, had my Zoom open in case any kids needed anything. One kid came to Zoom. That's one more than I thought I'd get. So everything's posted online for them. So it's just if they need help. Hopefully more kids come before their essay is due. But I read more of this, and I don't know how I'm feeling. So it took us about 200 pages to get any more romance. So I'm finally liking it again. It took me a little bit. It's very emotionally taxing. So this, I think I told you, our heroine was in jail. She had a baby. Now she's out. And she's going to try to get in her baby's life again. Her baby's 4. So I guess her daughter. And our hero is involved in her life somehow. He knows who she is, so there's nothing there. I think the twist is going to be with what made her go to jail. I feel like she hasn't told us and she hasn't told him, and that's what the twist is going to be. And it's been like hinted at a romance, and we finally had some payoff of this romance, and I'm already this far into the book, and it's just like very emotionally taxing and draining to read this, because our heroine is in such a bad spot and nobody really wants to give her the benefit of the doubt because of what it made her go to jail. And so the people of custody of her daughter are making it impossible for her to even see her daughter, and it's making me upset because we know everything she's gone through, but then you understand why they're doing that, and like the whole situation just sucks. Like, this is a book where you're frustrated and so invested in these characters, and you want them to be happy, but you don't know how they can be happy, because you know if one thing happens, these people are going to be upset. If this thing happens, these people are going to be upset. And that's kind of the conundrum our hero is in right now, because he's close to the people raising her daughter, but now he is caring about her and he doesn't know what to do. And it does make you think about why people go to prison, what people are left with when they leave prison, because I've seen, there's this guy on TikTok, I don't know if you've seen him, he was in prison for a long time, and his TikToks keep on popping up in my feed, so I watch them. I don't follow him, but because I watch them, they keep on popping up, and he talks about what it's like in prison, and like what happens when you get out of prison, and like what his experience was in prison, and you're not really given a lot of help when you leave prison. And so she literally has no one, and she has nothing. We get to learn a little bit about her past, and this is definitely feels more women's fiction to me, because it's a lot about her, and I feel like we're supposed to be upset for her with her situation and how she really has no one and no help and nothing, and she can't even see her daughter, and like the circumstances of giving birth in prison, and her daughter was born premature, so she literally did not even get to see her daughter because her daughter had to go to the NICU, and then her daughter left. And so it's very, very heartbreaking to read. And so if you want a romance, I don't know if this will really be that. I know that Colleen's books really are between the line of romance and women's fiction, and this one is definitely towing more onto the women's fiction side, except for now we're finally getting a little bit of romance, but I don't know how much of that payoff we will get through here. But I just like want to skip ahead and figure out what this twist is going to be. Colleen Hoover is keeping some secrets from us on purpose, and I know it's going to be something. So those are my thoughts so far. I'm going to try to finish this tonight. I only have 120 pages left. It reads pretty fast, but I'm not like absolutely in love with the story like I am for most of her books. Maybe because I'm not in the mood for something emotionally taxing in women's fiction right now. I want a romance, an emotional romance, and this one doesn't have that romance aspect as much yet. So hopefully this romance develops a lot more and takes a lot of the focus, because if it doesn't, I'm like, I don't know. So I need a romance to really catch me in a book, and this one hasn't just yet. So we'll see how it is when I continue. Hello, I'm here. I don't know if you can see my puppies. I have puppy 1, puppy 2 behind me. She's right here. Okay, so I am 260 pages in. I have 60 pages left. We have figured some things out and nothing is surprising. Nothing's shocking, nothing's twisting. Things that were emotional happened. I didn't feel super emotional about them. I'm like, yeah, okay. Makes sense, saw that coming. That's really all that's happening. It just like feels a little lackluster because we had the whole book like leading up to this point in this revelation. And I'm like, okay. So I feel like we're still waiting for a bomb to drop. And if we don't have a bomb to drop, I'm gonna be sad. And if it's what I'm thinking, I'm gonna be sad because I'm like, come on, Colleen. You gotta do something out of what we're expecting, because the book is fine. Like, I like the romance, it's cute. The characters are making me upset with all the situations and how unfair everything is, but you can understand both sides, and so you don't know whose side you really want to be on because you understand both sides. So it's like kind of conflicting there emotionally, but that's really all that's happening. I don't know. I feel like I'm being a little harsh on this, but I feel like I was expecting more. So I'm gonna read the last 60 pages and we're gonna see where this takes us. If it's what I think it is, so my sister read this like a month ago. I gave her my arc and she liked it. She gave it 5 stars, but I just asked her, I was like, is this what happens? Because if it is, that's gonna be so obvious. But I feel like I've read so many Colleen Hoover books that I kind of like get her twists. But if that is it, I don't know. I don't know if there's a twist or not. I just asked my sister and she said there wasn't anything surprising at the end. I don't know. That's gonna be disappointing if there's nothing surprising. I don't know what else this book's gonna do. I'm gonna finish and let you know my final thoughts. Hello, I'm here to wrap up my thoughts and wrap up this vlog. I finished last night. It is Thursday. We just got a call saying no school tomorrow. We've been online for the past 3 days, so that's kind of exciting. They just said, we're just gonna cancel school for everybody, and I don't know why, but you know, take it as it is, 4-day weekend for me. But you guys don't care about my job. I'm here to talk about this book and how lackluster it felt at the end. There was no twist. I feel like this was just fine. It was just your average sad story, and that was it. Like, there was nothing special about it. There's nothing I was dying to like read about it. I was really just reading it so I could finish this vlog. Like, I wasn't like so addicted to the story that I had to figure out what happened next. And I feel like the ending was just so convenient and happened so fast, and then it was, here we go, and I'm just like, what? Like, that's it? That's it. That's how it's gonna happen. Okay. It just didn't feel like anything special. I don't know, I didn't cry. I didn't feel like completely like invested in these characters. I did talk about how emotionally draining this book is though, because I got mad at a lot of the characters and I understood why they were acting the way they did, but it was still upsetting because of the situation the characters are in. Like, there's no one right side to like anything. You understood why everyone was thinking the way they did, but it was kind of frustrating because you're like, this is so unfair, as you get to know more, especially about our heroine, whose name I've already forgotten. Kenna? Yeah, Kenna. But like, the end, it was just like, this is so average. Like, this is what I saw coming, and that's what happened. So there was nothing, like, any spin Colleen had, nothing. The reveal of the accident, that's what I expected. Like, there was nothing special about this book. And with Colleen Hoover books, I expect something special from what I've read. And so this just felt average. I don't know. I'm giving it like 3.5 stars. Nothing about this was exciting. And of course it's an emotional book. Is it supposed to be exciting? Not really, but like, I'm supposed to be obsessed and not be able to stop reading, and I just wasn't. I was like, well, like, anybody could have written this story. And I feel bad saying that, but like, anybody could have written this story. If you didn't have the absolute insta-lust at the beginning, and the engaging first line about death, and the hero's name that's not a normal hero's name. She has unusual names typically for her characters. If you didn't have those elements, like, I'd have been like, okay, like, this could have been anybody writing this. Like, nothing about this screamed Colleen Hoover to me. It was just fine. And maybe I'm just not in the mood for like a more women's fiction, contemporary book about a woman trying to get her child back. Like, that's just what this was. Sure, it had romance, but like I said, the romance didn't come in until like 200 pages in, and we only had 100 pages left after that. So it was just fine. I don't know, I wanted more. That's where my thoughts are, and that's where I'm going to leave this. I don't want to spoil really anything about this book. I talked about it as vaguely as I could, but if you want to read it, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. What did you think of this book? Do you agree with me or not? I'd love to hear. If you read it early, let me know your thoughts. It was just fine. I don't know. That's really all I have to say. Kind of disappointed in that, and at the end I'm like, this is it? Oh, this is it. And that's it. Okay. Well, that happened fast. Okay. Like, that's it. That was my reaction reading this, and that's my reading vlog. I know this wasn't that exciting, but this book wasn't that exciting to me. So that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.